Alright guys, I know it's been a long time since we did the naughty nighty baking. Now I'm doing this morning, I don't feel like changing into a naughty nighty. I'm doing the naughty country girl does waffles. And one of the most requested videos that I had from maybe a year and a half ago was do the homemade waffles from scratch that you do, Rosie, because they turn out good and your secret ingredient makes them incredible. And the secret ingredient, you know what it is? It's mayonnaise. And a lot of you are going to say, wow, I never would have thought of that. But I tell you, for having a soft consistency and the ability to rise and be very fluffy and taste good, mayonnaise is your friend. And reason being, guys, it is composed of eggs and oil, okay? Egg whites and oil. And it makes it, you don't really taste the mayonnaise per se, but you do enjoy the benefits of it. So I'm going to show once again how to do the homemade waffles here for the Naughty Nighty Baking Country Girl style today. And I'll bring you in here first and we'll see the ingredients that we're going to use. I'm not here to pimp any brand names or anything, but Gold Medal flour is one that we enjoy using here. You can use Pillsbury, there's lots of other ones. Good old all-purpose flour. Milled in the USA, a little bit of salt, and salt adds structure to baked goods. The mayonnaise we talked about, 2 eggs at room temperature, and I like to use Eggland's Best, a good quality egg when I'm baking. A little bit of vanilla flavoring here, McCormick vanilla extract, and we have our double acting baking powder. Now, I prefer to use non-aluminum because I don't like the connection between aluminum and potentially Alzheimer's, but we so rarely bake that it's not an everyday thing for us. But they do have some brands that are non-aluminum, and I suggest that. And finally, we have a little bit of sugar. That's the ingredients we're going to be using. We're going to be grabbing a whisk and a bowl, and we will be underway. Okay guys, we are up on the Sky Cam, the overhead cam in Casa Kitchen Central, and there's one ingredient I forgot to grab the milk here, so I'm going to grab that real quick. Grab some of our milk, and we're just going to add enough milk to give us a good batter consistency here. The first thing you want to do is you want to work with your dry ingredients like I have here. And I went ahead and let me grab my whisk here. A whisk is always a good tool to have. You don't have to sift your flour, it's really easy. Next thing we're going to do is take our baking powder, and I like to use 2 teaspoons. And you take it through and you scrape the top of it off so that you have a nice flat, you know, not rounded, but 2 teaspoons in there. You don't want heaping teaspoons. Okay, it takes care of that. We're going to add really just basically a pinch of salt, and you can do that in your hand. Just that much salt. Pop that on in. And that basically is our dry ingredients. 2 cups of flour, all-purpose flour, our salt, and our baking powder. We're going to whisk this in, and this is the part that the guys seem to really like when I'm doing the whisking job here. And you want to make sure that you really get that thoroughly combined. Now you know why it's called Naughty Nighty Baking, and now we're on country style here. So that's really thoroughly combined. Now we want to go ahead and start adding our wet ingredients. We should also put a tablespoon of sugar in, guys, lest I forget that, because it should have a little bit of sweetness, not overwhelming. And then we get to do it all again here, huh? And I'll tell you, you ask Missy Jen, these are some kind of waffles when they turn out here. Okay, that's combined really good. Now we'll go ahead and we'll break our 2 eggs right in the center. For those of you who enjoy one-handed style in there with that, there we go. Wash my hands real quick. You always want to be careful. Some antibacterial soap to wash your hands real good. Now we're going to open the mayonnaise. And we're going to give us one big dollop here of mayo. And then like a half of one right there. It's like about 2 tablespoons of mayo right down dead center. Now we're going to do about a teaspoon of vanilla extract, and then we're going to pour like a half a cup for starters of milk in there to allow us to combine things easily. And then working from the center, we're going to bust the yolks, grabbing some of the flour from the outside. Don't be too aggressive with the whisking or you'll do what I did and it'll run over the sides here. Now we're going to keep adding some more milk, and this will bring it up to about a cup of milk here. Turn your whisk while you're doing it. You don't want to, make sure you scrape down in the corners too. This is why you really want to use a mixing bowl, because it has no corners. And you can, now you want to be careful here. You don't want to overbeat. Don't want to overbeat your waffle mixture, and then you get a consistency like that you can see right there, and that's going to make a really good waffle. So believe it or not, guys, do one more little stir just to make sure we got the corners here. And I'm just going to add back one little tad of flour here, maybe a quarter of a cup, just to thicken that up a little bit. I got a little over aggressive with the milk there, and then it'll become more of a, yeah, much better. Now it's really more of a batter compound, and that's ready to go. Remember, don't over mix. So next we're going to load up the waffle maker, and we'll check out the results, guys. Okay, we have our waffle iron really nicely preheated, so we'll go ahead and give our batter one more little turn there, and then we'll do two good pulls here with the waffle maker iron. We'll get 2 heaping spoons there of that. I'll go ahead and clean that overage off a little bit there, a little bit off the side. We load that, we let that settle down for a minute, and then we can actually pop just a little bit more in the center. And this will probably overfill. It's no big deal when it cooks. It's hot, the whole iron. Okay, now we're going to lower it down, and we're going to let her go, guys, and we'll see you back in a couple minutes here. Kind of cool. You can see the waffle actually rising there, pushing up the top, and you can see we've done it, our batter thick enough that it's not spilling out all over the sides, which makes it for much easier cleanup. So we're going to let that cook really thoroughly, and the mayonnaise is going to make sure that's a nice puffy, soft, really tasty waffle. And we'll let Missy Jen have the first crack at it. We'll give you guys a look how it comes off the waffle maker. The first one, you know, sometimes it doesn't get the brownness, but it always gets the flavor. So yeah. Can you see that steaming away as it cooks? Woohoo! And generally they say when the light goes out, it's ready. This waffle maker, Belgian waffle maker, Black & Decker, we've had for years. I think it was $5 at a really nice high-end thrift shop on the other side of town, and it's just performed magnificently for us. So don't want to overcook, but we want to wait till a good bit of that moisture has been taken out. Okay, it's been about 4 or 5 minutes. We'll lift the lid here. Oh, and you can see how beautifully golden brown those waffles look. And I'll tell you what, sorry for banging the camera. They are going to be nice and fluffy. So I'm going to go ahead and pass them to Jen, and we'll get the first taste today. Don't they look good? All right. Jen's going in for the bite that satisfies here. Try her first hit on the waffle. And how do they look on eyesight? They look pretty good, huh?
Delicious, and they smell heavenly too.
Yeah, they got that little vanilla smell going. Sunday mornings with Rosie, huh? See, she got the shakes. You rate that a pretty good waffle, huh? Nice and gets nice and soft. That mayonnaise does
That's
a good job.
A++.
There you go. You heard it from the Norwegian German princess there. A++. So, all right, Missy Jen, enjoy. I'm gonna go grab my own. Okay, guys, cleanup has been done courtesy of Missy Jen, and the Naughty Nighty Baking, the Country Girl Waffle Edition, comes to a close. I want to thank you for being here. Making homemade waffles is so easy and it's so much fun, and the total time to make them probably does not exceed 5 minutes, and you're eating something that does not have a lot of extra additives and preservatives put into it, which we really like here as we try to improve our eating. Anyway, thanks again for watching. I hope you enjoy the waffles. I hope you give them a try. And your comments are welcome, and thumbs up are always appreciated. Thanks, everyone.